Venn diagrams, you guys have 4 spaces you need to fill in. Yes? The middle, the 2 separate crescent moons, and the outside. With 3 circle Venn diagrams, you have to have 8 numbers filled in. Okay? You have the middle one, which represents all 3, right? Then, do you see this shape here? What's that? An eyeball. An eyeball between P and C. So that's where P and C would be represented, correct? It doesn't matter that there's a third circle. Pretend that third circle doesn't exist. That's still a snowman there, right? You see how that's still a P and C snowman? It just happens to have like a growth off to the side, a teeth. Anyways, we still follow and as eyeballs. We still follow snowmen as oars. It will help you way more in a 3 circle to remember the shapes. Okay? So, P represents, so here it says, the Venn diagram displays the results of a survey of 100 students. So I'm going to put 100 out here. And before I move on, I know this is filled in, but it currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers filled in. Oh, 8. Okay, we're good. If all 8 numbers are filled in, that means the Venn diagram is actually completely all filled in. Sometimes they fill in all 7 in the middle and then don't do the outside, and you have to use the total to figure it out. Okay? All right, so here it says, P are the number of students who watched Perfect Rebel, C, Chill, and D, Dazed. Okay. How many students watched only Perfect Rebel? How many would it be? 3, just these. Because these overlapped with D and C, but they didn't just watch P, right? So this one would be 3. Then it says, how many students watched Perfect Rebel? You guys figure it out. Grab a calculator, start adding things up. Whatever you think it is. Or use your head. Whatever works easier for you. So I want, how many watched Perfect Rebel? This one's an easier one to do in your head because it's not as big of numbers. What would it be? 11. So I go to the Perfect Rebel circle, the whole circle, the P circle, I get 3, 6 is 9, 10, 11. Chill and Dazed. So a lot of people will tell me it's 2. Some people will tell me it's 6. What is it? 8. It's neither 2 or 6. Because it's chilled and dazed. 2 would be the answer to chilled and dazed, but not Perfect Rebel, correct? If it just has an and in between, I go to the chilled and dazed eyeball, which is right here, and I list the numbers in it, which is 8. Okay, chilled or dazed. Or is what shape? What shape is or? Snowman. I don't even know where D came in there. The snowman. So we want the chilled or dazed snowman. So I'm like, okay, here's my snowman. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So I have to add them all up. So I get 68 plus 2 is 70, 80, 70, 87, 88, 89, 95. I could add it that way, or why are you not writing it? Okay, I don't want to write over here. 95. Or you could say, hey, hey, the whole thing needs to add to 100, and 5 doesn't get counted in there, right? This 3 and this 2, so that's 95. You could do that as well. And then okay, what did the 2 out, oh wait, sorry, I lied. How many students watch all 3? How many watch all 3? Watch all 3. 6. This little piece in here, watch all 3. 6 are the only people who watch P, C, and D, the overlap. 6. That's when I have to get filled in first always. If you list all the numbers that are in those circles, that are the people who watched P or D or C, right? And is the overlap. And is small. Or is all. Like or is more. Okay, what does the 2 outside represent? The people who what? Did not watch any of the three, right? I don't know what they are. Perfect, rebel, chill. What does the 2 inside represent? This 2. C and D, but not P. Then the C and D eyeball, but not the P. Correct? P kicks it out. So it would be C and D. And not P. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, should be perfect. Okay, I want you guys to try and shade these. I would suggest you use pencil. But if you're a rebel, I guess you could try pencil. Perfect rebel. Italian. A and B. If this was in the last lesson, A and B is what shape? An eyeball. It doesn't change here. It's still an eyeball. So I go to where A and B overlap, and I look at the eyeball shape, which is right here, correct? That makes an eyeball shaped situation? True? And I shade it. What is A or B? What shape is that? The snowman. So I go to the A or B snowman. It's a 2-circle snowman. I'm using black on black, so it does not help. Wait, oh, no, don't freeze on me. So, we'll try again. I tried to change the color and it's automatic. Okay, A or B. Is the A or B snowman? So that's here. Okay. This one is A and not B. So if I look at A is this, correct? But then I cut out all the stuff that is B, yes? Because I want A and not B. So it's going to be this part. And I'm going to cut off all of the B part of it. So this is A, but not B. Because remember, you can replace the word and with but not if you'd like. But. A, but not B. And this one is A and not B and not C. So it's technically A, but not B and not C. Correct? So I take the A circle and then I say not the B stuff and not the C stuff. So it's technically the fancy way of saying A only. Okay? Okay, so this one here has draw a Venn diagram to represent sets. Universal sets are numbers 1 to 40, inclusive, natural numbers. Multiples of 8, multiples of 4, factors of 34. So multiples of 8 would start at 8 and go up by 8 until we get to 40. So 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40 would count because it says inclusive. So that includes the 1 and the 40. Multiples of 4 would have multiples of 8 in it plus more. So it would be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Yeah.
If it's inclusive, why is it 1 there?
Pardon?
It says 1 to 8. Why isn't it a 1?
Because 1 isn't a multiple of 8. Multiples start at that number, go up by the number. Yeah. Divisible by 8 would end up being the same thing here. Factors of 34 are 1 and 34. Is there any more? 2 and 17. So we're going to draw a Venn diagram representing those things. They said E and F and S, so that's what we're going to use. So you can either go 2 and then 1, or you can do 1 and then 2. It doesn't matter, right? You just have to have 3 overlaps. I'm going to do 1 and 2. If you did 2 and 1, it doesn't matter. I'm going to erase that. It's not big enough. All right. Okay. What number is in all? Are there any numbers in all three? 1 is not in all three. 2 is not in all three. 7 is not in all three. 34 is not in all three. So this is going to remain empty. So you leave it open. It doesn't have a number in it. If we weren't listing elements, we were just saying how many would be there, you would put a 0. Right? There are 0 elements there. But we're listing the elements, we leave it empty if there's any. Now we go to the ands. So I'm going to label this E, S, S. So in the ands between E and F, what's between them that's the same? 8. But it can't be in this part, right? It can't be in that middle part. It's not in all three. So this would be 8 dot 16 dot 24 32 and 40. Okay, if we look at E and S, now we're going to do this little piece here, not the eyeball, but that little piece because there's nothing in the middle. Is there anything overlapping in E and S? 1, 2, 17, 34? No, so this part will remain empty as well. So there's nothing here and nothing here. You don't normally put slashes. I'm just putting that there so that you can see that they're actually empty. We try to fill them. Okay? They'll normally, I'll go back and I'll erase the slashes after because they're going to just have nothing in it. Okay, F and S. Is there anything common between F and S? No. So then this would be empty as well. Okay. Is there anything in F only that's not in the other two? Because we're doing F only but not in E and S. There would be 4, 12, 20, 28, and 36. Is there anything in E that's not listed yet? Is there anything in E that's not listed yet? No, because everything in E is actually found in F as well. Is there anything in S that's not listed yet? All of S is not listed yet because it has nothing to do with the other two. And am I done? What would I still have to list? All the numbers from 1 to 40 that are not listed yet. Right? So 1 is listed, 2 is listed, 3 isn't, 4 is listed, 5 isn't, 6 isn't, 7 isn't, 8 is, 9 isn't, 10 isn't, 11 isn't, 12 is, 13 isn't, 14 isn't, 15 isn't, 16 is, 17 is, 18 isn't, 19 isn't, 20 is, 21, 22, 23, 24 is, 25, 26, 27, 28 is, 29, 30, 31, 32 is, 33, 34 is, 35, 36 is, 37, 38, 39. Right? So it's a trickier one because some of the stuff is blank, right? And when stuff is blank, it sometimes makes it harder for people. So then when I was done the Venn diagram, I would just go back in and I have to erase these because they're just empty. If I was listing how many elements were in each, this F by itself, F only would have the number 5. This one would have 5. This one would have 4. These empty ones would have zeros in them, right? If I was listing how many there were, not the specific actual elements. So if I asked you for E and F, let's say, would I use the squiggly brackets or not? I would. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, and then I would use the brackets. If I said N of E and F, what would I have an answer of? Anyone know? 5. Would I have squiggly brackets? No. Does that kind of make a little more sense when to use a squiggly and when to not use a squiggly? When it's a number of items, you don't use the squiggly. I just leaned my head on the board. I didn't know what to do. I don't even know. 60s rock star. I don't even know. This is my computer doing this crap. My age is showing. How do I get rid of this? Thank you. You know how like you could usually go with a good mind and you could just fix it quickly, but then when you're stressed, it's like every rule you know about technology just falls out the window. Yeah, my age just showed. It's legit. Okay. Okay. Let's just go here. I want you guys to try and fill this one in. Because it's in percentages, what should the whole thing probably add up to? Oh, we're all so smart. Yes. Expecting possibly this to be done wrong. That's why I agree with Heather. Let's see how we did. So where do you think we should start? Labeling it. That was a trick question. Okay. Cell phone. Texted. Social. Networking. Then true in the middle. So 12 use all 3. So we want to start in the middle. Does anyone have any idea why we start in the middle? Why do we start in the middle on the 2 circle? So we could do something that starts with an S and rhymes with abstract. Abstract? Subtract. Yeah. So we could subtract because those people who are in all 3 still did drama or whatever it may be, right? So we had to subtract that. Okay. So we're going to do what next? The all 3s. Then the eyeballs. So 19 texted and used social networking. So texted and used social networking is here, correct? You see this whole eyeball? How many are currently in the eyeball? I know you know it. There's only one number on the board. 12. There needs to be how many in that eyeball? 19. So how many are just here? 7. You may have 19 on yours, and then you would have realized, wow, this is way more than 100. What am I doing wrong? Or maybe you didn't. You were like, I liked all the big numbers. They were nice. Okay? 18 called on a cell phone and used a social networking site. Cell phone and social networking. So now that's this one. I need to have 18 in it. How many are currently in it? How many are currently in it? 12. So how many are here? 6. And that adds up to 18. There, it's an eyeball, right? The whole eyeball. You shaded the eyeball before. Now I need 56 in the cell phone and texted eyeball. So I go to cell phone and texted eyeball, and that's this shape. I need 56 in it. How many are currently sitting in it? How many are in the eyeball currently? 12. What's 56 minus 12? 44. Do you see why we need to start in the middle? If they said, listening, if they said 56 were a cell phone and texted only, would I subtract? No.